I just tell you I love President Hines, okay? I love his spirit. And I think it's seen in everybody in this graduating class. To my AKA sister on the front row, ski-wee! Sorry, Dr. Hines. To the spring graduates of Clayton State University, congratulations! This is a long-awaited commencement! Now, commencement has a double meaning for you today. While you see this ceremony as an end, it actually is a beginning. You are graduating to a new level. You have accomplished much academically, and many would say you are successful because today you will receive your degree. But what is success? How do you define it? Some people define it as being well-known, having a lot of money, the right address, the right car, the right clothes, those red-bottom shoes, and the right career. But industrialist John D. Rockefeller defined it this way: to do the common thing uncommonly well brings success. Poet Ralph Waldo Emerson said of success, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch of a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Now, if you listen, there's nothing in there about money or titles. But no matter how you define success, the results come from a four-letter word that some people see as a dirty word, but it's real: work. Snoopy the Beagle from the Charles Schulz Peanuts cartoon calls work the crabgrass in the lawn of life. But without crabgrass, some folks wouldn't have any ground cover. We are not here today to celebrate Snoopy and his words of wisdom. We are here today to celebrate you, and hopefully I will share some words of wisdom with you. Hopefully the study habits you have employed here become your work habits once you leave here, or if you're working now, let's hope you're employing them there. Someone wrote, every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellence. People really do pay attention to how you do your job, how you go about your career, your job, your calling. So how do you think of what you're going to do next? How do you think of what you're doing now? Author Robert Bellah, who wrote Habits of the Heart, says a job, J-O-B, is simply working 40 hours a week for 40 hours of pay, just to earn a living and support a family. But a career allows you to trace your progress through appointments and achievements. But does a career truly bring you fulfillment? Bellah says in order to have what I had in my career, it must be a calling. He describes it as the ideal blending of activity and character that makes work inseparable from life. It is who you are. You would do it even if you got a pay cut or no pay at all. Now think about that. Your calling speaks to your character. It speaks to your maturity. The late advice columnist Abigail Van Buren wrote, maturity is the ability to stick with a job until it is finished, the ability to do a job without being supervised, the ability to carry money without spending it, the ability to bear an injustice without wanting to get even. Where are you on the maturity level? Being mature also means making good decisions and not just in your work life. Before you take any action, please ask yourself these 5 questions concerning what you are planning to do. The first question you want to ask yourself, if everybody did what I'm thinking about doing, how would it affect the world around me? Would my decision make the world a better place, a more loving and kind place? Secondly, ask yourself, if I weren't caught up in this, and if I were on the outside looking in, what would I do? What would my best self, my conscience, dictate me to do? Thirdly, can I stand to see this on Channel 2 Action News? Or in headlines, in the newspaper, or all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the internet? Next, what would the person I admire most think about what I am getting ready to do? Would they be proud of me? Would they be surprised? Or would they be ashamed, embarrassed, disappointed, and hurt? And finally, the fifth question, if I do what I'm thinking about doing, what will the outcome really be, and what are the consequences? Where is this decision, this action going to lead, and can I live with the results of my decision making? Ladies and gentlemen, nothing goes away anymore. People don't forget. Just ask Vanessa Williams, the first Black Miss America, but also the first Miss America to lose her crown because of lewd photos taken when she was in college. Ask former First Lady Laura Bush, who still lives with the pain of a traffic accident she caused as a teenager that killed her friend. There are no secrets, ladies and gentlemen. Some people will keep it a secret. You know, the little things you used to do, the little things you're doing now. They'll share it when it's to their benefit to share. As my 92-year-old mother Hattie always says, anything done in the dark of night will soon come forth in the light of day. And that leads me to reminding you to surround yourself with people who are truly good people. Author Alice Walker from Eatonton, Georgia says, no person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow. You've got friends right now who are saying, I don't know why you're going to school. You think you're better than everybody just because you're getting that degree? That's jealousy, not friendship. You must learn to discern the difference between destructive criticism and constructive criticism. Destructive criticism tells you what you did wrong, while constructive criticism tells you what you did wrong, but why it was wrong, and how you can correct it so it doesn't happen again and can do it better. Now, if you're confused about the difference between the two, let me use myself as an example. Destructive criticism. Monica, your hair looks like crap. What happened to your head? Constructive criticism. Monica, maybe you're having a bad hair day. Here's the name of my stylist who can give you a look for free that you'll love. Got it? However, if you love your look the way I love mine, keep this quote from former First Lady and activist Eleanor Roosevelt front and center in your brain. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So avoid toxic people. That means there are some friends of yours you're going to have to leave behind because they can pull you down. Just ask the football player, Mr. Hernandez, who's not making a lot of money this year because he's going to be sitting in jail. Avoid toxic people. Surround yourself with ethical people, people with self-confidence, people who believe in themselves yet constantly are working on improving themselves, people who practice restraint, who stop and think before they speak or act, people who have concern for and commitment to high standards, people who are open, honest, frank, people who are committed to their calling and truthful in their dealings with others, people who give of themselves, their time and their energy, and they don't worry about who gets the credit, people who know how to follow without criticizing, and know how to lead without being a despot. And they always choose the right words. They're careful in their speech. Sam Coloner wrote about words, the 6 most important words: I admit I made a mistake. No excuses, just I admit I made a mistake. The 5 most important words: you did a great job. The 4 most important words: what is your opinion? The 3 most important words: if you please. The 2 most important words: thank you. The 1 most important word: we. And you can guess, what is the least most important word? I. Smart crowd. This brings me back to the beginning of my remarks about today being the day that you begin a new chapter in your life, a chapter that will lead to success only if you incorporate everything Emerson said. You must work at being successful, not just on the job, but in life in general, with your family and with your community. And you must, as my mother says, reach back, pull up, and push others forward. To whom much is given, much is required. You don't have to be a huge success to give back to others. So please give away some of your time and your money to make life better for others. Volunteer in your church. Volunteer in your alumni association. Volunteer at your company. Charities, work with them. Extend a helping hand to other groups through United Way. An anonymous person wrote a very sobering statement that I used to keep on my desk at Channel 2. Help me keep my head in the right place. Remember, what you possess in the world will be found at the day of your death to belong to someone else. But what you are, the time you give, the service you render, the tithe and offering you bring to God will be yours forever. That is the success I strive for, and I hope you do too. Congratulations.